Hey guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, where of course the biggest news in RimWorld history is Lisa. We love Lisa. Our little blood coven has welcomed Lisa to the team. So these refugees have been hanging out with us for a while, and Lisa was one of them. And then we made Lisa as happy as we could humanly make her by giving her some nice clothes and giving her her own bedroom. And she's like, wow, this place is pretty cool. Do you mind if I live here permanently? Like, oh god, yes, please live with us, Lisa. Because Lisa has the most amazing crafting skill. 19 crafting. She actually showed up with 20, but she's forgotten how to sew a few buttons on. Lisa just crafts nonstop, and that's exactly what I need right now, is nonstop crafting. We are so happy to have you, Lisa. We're going to work on making you a little cooler with the whole we worship vampires and drink blood and eat people. We're gonna kind of work on that over time. The other news from last time is Whitehead is now our priest, so Whitehead is now our moral guide, and has chosen to dress up in a burqa, which is odd because he doesn't actually want to wear that. He wants a different hat. We're going to work on that. You know who's going to work on that, Whitehead? Lisa. So Whitehead can now do conversions. In fact, in 1 second, boom, we can convert people. The timeout is over. We converted Kaylina. So Kaylina, we did our little conversion trick on Kaylina and said, hey, you should totally worship vampires. And Kaylina's like, you know what? You're right. I should. Drinking blood is cool. Eating people is okay if I feel like doing that. I'm totally down with this. So Kaylina's on board. We still got to work on Scathe at some point in time. Scathe had a bit of a psychic meltdown last time and kind of fried her own brain, but she seems to have gotten over it as best she could. So Whitehead, why don't we just start the process here? Why don't we work on converting Lisa to our tribe? And by tribe, I mean blood worshippers. So you're going to come over, chit-chat with Lisa, and how's that going to go? 95 to 90. Oh, this is going to be a slow roll, isn't it, Lisa? You're really convinced that worshipping vampires is not the greatest thing in the world. Don't worry, we're still super happy to have you here. Super happy. In fact, what could I do to make you even happier right now? Your bedroom could be a little better. Unsightly environment. Well, yeah, it's a dirt floor. I'll work on that. Whitehead tried to convert me. Yeah, we kind of want that. Body modder frustrated. I'm going to desperately try to work on that. I just don't know how to achieve that, apart from chopping off your leg and replacing it with a wooden leg, which seems somewhat counterproductive, even though you'd really dig that. You'd be like, wow, I used to have a person leg, now I have a wooden leg. This is awesome. Oh, Lisa, just frantically making stone blocks. The other guy we want to work on is Chalaki, because Chalaki is just basically sad all the time. So, Chalaki, you are, what? Yeah, tortured artist. Permanent -8 on that. So if we can make you a little bit happier, I don't actually care if you join. I just don't want you flipping out. My next eye is on Danny here. So Danny is just a mere 15 and has some skills. Obviously, none of them are very good because she's very, very young. But this could be a long-term project with Danny. She could get a lot of good skills going, and you're sanguine, which I love. Just a permanent mood buff of +12. You're just generally happy all the time, Danny, and we love that about you. What I'd like to see if we can get in the short term is maybe some more components. We don't have a ton of components kicking around right now. Also, just if you're catching up, the Ancient Evil is right here. So there's a room full of horrifying monstrosities in here. Might be robots, might be demons, who knows, but they're in our base. Yep, so if we accidentally punch through that wall, we will all die. I'm not equipped to deal with that right now. We're just going to kind of ignore that. We're just going to pretend that that's not there and hope that I don't accidentally open that, although that sounds like something I would do. That really does. Scathe here is working on geothermal power. That is going to take forever, but it will solve my power needs. There's other things I should be going for. I should be going for machining. I should be going for guns of any kind. We've actually accidentally almost done smithing. Accidentally is not really the right word. Passively done smithing, because we've got a book that teaches us smithing, and we've almost figured it out without having to do anything at all except read the book. And also that covers tree sewing, which is weird, but it covers tree sewing as well. So we've kind of passively learned a little bit of tree sewing. We're starting to organize storage a little bit better here. They'll move some stuff around. In fact, it looks like they've moved almost all of it. So all of this up here is just clothing. Why is that sash there? Why is the sash here? Okay, I don't think we're... Okay, I know why that is. Because we're just storing any apparel on there. They will eventually take that out and burn that because they've got a bill set up to burn bad clothing. Mila's working on the wall smoothing down here. I think we could start to work on making Chalaki's room a little bit nicer. We've accumulated, thanks to Lisa, a ton of stone blocks. So why don't we do marble, not the fine ones, not right now anyway. Actually, hang on. That would make Kalina's room really awesome. If we did the fine tiles in there. It's just that Kalina has to camp out with the other refugees because we don't have bedrooms for them yet. Or for Voltstron, our prisoner that we finally Mike Tysoned over onto our side. We have no bedrooms for any of these people. If Sam cleared out, which he's not going to, he's not going anywhere for 7.1 days. If Sam cleared out, I could actually convert that into a small dormitory, but that ain't happening anytime soon. And speaking of the refugees in general, when are you guys leaving? So, active. Chalaki's Vagabonds. There we go. So, they depart in 6.7 days. So, they are going to be here for a little bit longer. And I'm using that to just take advantage of their free labor. And just get all of this stuff cleared out. And I'm going to get some small bedrooms in here as best we can. Sorry, Danny, Sebash, Voltstron. This is the best I've got. Let me get back to Chalaki here. So, let's do just regular marble tile flooring in here. And then we'll put up some degree of furniture for you. Furniture there. Did we get the power over here at some point? We did. Is that going to be in range if I put up a light, say, over here? No, not there. No, there. Yeah, that will technically be in range. Quest available. Caribou sitting. Hang on. You say the strangest things in this game. Caribou sitting, you say. So, Lima would like me to take care of her favorite pet, a caribou, for 16 days. It's a paralyzed caribou. It's a paralytic caribou. It's not going to move. Must be kept in bed. Sure. What does a biomutation lance do? Limited use psychic effector twists and reshapes the musculature of the target, causing them to transform into a terrifying creature. That sounds like a really bad idea. This is a wicked easy quest. The rewards are not exactly spectacular, though. I mean, the honor would be nice, although at this point we're just going to start stockpiling it. I don't have a throne room for Mila. I have no ability to have Mila receive her new ceremonies, but I could just kind of stockpile it for a little bit. The goodwill would not be bad either. How do these... current goodwill 0. I was going to go to my factions, but it says right there, current goodwill 0. I could just do it for the goodwill. I think I will. Let's do that. Okay, so we've got a paralyzed caribou, because of course we do. I'm not going to set up a pen or anything for it. I'm just going to, because it's paralyzed. It's not going anywhere. So what have I got for, like, leathers that I could do something with? Camel hide. There we go. So how about a camel hide animal bed in the kitchen? We're going to store... This is what you do in RimWorld. We're going to store a paralyzed caribou in our kitchen until it goes away. Whitehead, could you please focus on that? Actually, could you work that out like right now? Because I need to move a caribou. You see, I got to move a caribou. Okay? It's a big animal and it's paralyzed. Yukiko's here. So where'd you go, kid? Mila, you want to rescue a caribou? There you go, kid. Rescue that caribou. Bring it down into the kitchen. It's going to hang out in the kitchen with us. Okay. Because it's RimWorld. While I just happen to be looking at it, let's put up a couple more dining chairs for people, too. How about one there and one there? Just because I like to overtask my colonists. Why not? Okay. This is all broadly fine. In fact, things are going suspiciously well at this point. Here's a thought. Who's armed with what? I know Mila's got her sword. That's cool. Whitehead's got the short bow. Lisa's got a short bow. Scathe has got a revolver, and Kalina has a club. Voltstron, can you like hitting things, right? Yeah, you're into melee, so I've given you a knife. I'd love to have some more shooty people on board. Not that I have any guns for them, but I'd like to have some more shooty people on board, because then we can shoot people from a distance, and they don't come up and hit us in the face, and we go, ow, that hurt. And then we could just shoot them, and they'd go away. And then eat them, and then skin them, and then wear them as clothing. Sebash, I see you're draining some more blood from Sam there. It's Sam's contribution to the colony. We're feeding him. He may as well give back in return, and by that I mean blood. I mean, Mila's got to have it. We've laid the tiles down here. We've at least laid the things down. Mila's in here chipping away at this. You actually just went up in construction. So you're slightly better at construction right now. Whitehead, obviously, considerably better in construction at 9. Although I do want to have you guys focus on smoothing the walls so this place looks nicer. I will also take making this bedroom slightly nicer for Chalaki here. Also, we could put in like a bureau or something like that. That'll make the bed slightly more comfortable. Pop that in there. Don't go in here, guys. Like, totally don't go in here. Ancient Evil, right here. Oh, we've done all our stone blocks. Neat. Make more. Make more. Actually, hang on. Aren't we doing the hat for Whitehead? Yeah, the head wrap. Let's just bump that up a little bit. Let's just get that done. Make it out of whatever. I don't broadly care. Unless we don't have something to make it out of. That's entirely possible. I don't know if is that a cloth item or can that be made out of leathers? So show me this. Show me the head wrap. So what can it be made out of? Any fabric. Yeah, I might not actually have that. Alpaca wool. I must have alpaca wool. I've killed so many alpaca recently. Is there more I could be killing? Yeah, there's one right there. Go kill that alpaca. Just get rid of all this. Don't kill the caribou. We kind of need that one. Mila's building some chairs. Yeah, go slaughter some alpacas. We'll make a hat out of it. Ooh, Chalaki's bedroom's looking much better. Much, much better. Volstron's in here. You're putting that together fairly quickly. What's your construction? 4? Okay. I mean, you have a broad competency at it. That's not terrible. And then we can work on smoothing the walls. And then the refugees should basically largely be on mining 1 to start digging this out. I mean, they've made a little bit of progress, if not a lot. I could just mine out this whole vein. I'd like to see where it goes. Because I don't want to start carving accidentally into Kylina's bedroom. I mean, I wouldn't. I can see where the tile is right there. But I'm going to have to put a... I'm very indecisive right now. I want to put flooring up. That's what, if you're looking for my heart's desire, what I'd really like to do is put flooring up. In fact, why don't we work on that? Is that something I want to do? Voltron's working down here. If I have them put the flooring up, they're going to focus on that, but it will be done very quickly. It'll be done, I mean, it's going to be wood flooring. It'll be done super, super quickly. On that, I'm going to need, like, even more wood, guys. So if you could just go, like, deforest the entire area, that would be great. I think my next long-term plan is to get the Mechanitor under control. I will need basic mech tech for that. So I want to finish researching this. And I don't think I can actually research basic mech tech until... No, I can. I can research it at any time. Nope. I need a Mechanitor colonist. I was right the first time. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. Everything is fine. Yeah, I thought so. So I can't actually research basic mech tech until I've got mech tech. Lisa, looking in your direction, kid. Looking in your direction. Could be Kylina. Maybe Kylina. Not Scathe, because I don't fully trust Scathe. I feel Scathe is going to flip out. We've already had the sort of psychic meltdown. I just feel Scathe is going to flip out on us at some point. Hey, Scathe, should I be focusing my conversion efforts more on you? Nah, you're wicked into your thing. You're wicked into that. Nah, it's no good, Scathe. Just embrace vampires. How about a light over here? That would probably help matters, wouldn't it? What if we put a wall lamp over here? The problem with having all of these different ideologies in here is some people want the dark light, some people don't. So, Kylina, you... Oh, I already put you on dark light. Okay, good. Good. Okay. And then Mila... Is this... Yeah, change that to dark light. Scathe can have the regular light, because you don't believe in our jam. Whitehead has no light at all, for some reason. Sorry, Whitehead. I've been putting bedrooms up rather frantically, so I'm sorry I missed your light there. So we'll get that done. Lisa has a regular light. Chalaki's got a regular light. Chalaki, are you slightly, even a little bit happier? Wow, you've got a lot of stuff going on. Slept in the cold, awful bedroom. I'm working on it, man. Smoke leaf withdrawal. Wow, that is huge. Hang on, slam it into pause mode. 55% on that. All right, and there's no opportunity for you to have smoke leaf because we have none. So nothing I can do there. All right, you're just going to have to try and get over it, dude. You are sleeping in the cold, though. That's not wrong. How about we actually just mine this out completely? and then I'll put a vent in there, and then we'll get a heater going. Obviously, the heater is going to go in Lisa's room because she's my favorite. Yep, you're my favorite. I mean, Mila and Whitehead are great, don't get me wrong. We all love Mila and Whitehead. But Lisa is a crafting skill of 19. Whitehead, let's change this light over to dark light for you, because you're into that sort of thing. And you're going to start to put the heater together. That's cool. And when you're done with that, we'll get the vent in. Everything's going to be fine. I was going to say we should go back to mining the iron, or the steel rather, but Sabash is on it. Yeah, you're probably pretty chilly, aren't you, dude? It's probably pretty good. Yeah, it's 21 out there, dude. Do you want to go put a parka on or something? Sabash, why don't you, go wear that parka. Visitors. Group of the Brio people. They might have something to trade. They might not. I bet you it's going to be herbal medicine and some pemmican and maybe like one other thing. Sabash in here getting this done, and then let me get that set up when you are done with that for a vent. There we go. Pop that in there. And then back to the flooring idea. So how about we did wood floor, nice and flammable, just the way I like it. Nice and flammable. In there, all of this. If anything else, just pretty it up a little bit. And then all in there. I might change this to stone tiles or something. I don't know. I'll have a think about it as I go along, as I generally do. I don't have a plan. I just sort of do things and hope for the best. And somehow I've attracted a small, if loyal, following doing that. Oh, Scathe. Scathe. I would really like to get that Mechanitor thing going. Because that would be a bot around the place, too, which would be no bad thing. And then I could start to make more bots once I figure out basic mech tech, which would not take too long. It's only 200 research points, as opposed to 3,200 that you're going to chew up doing geothermal power. Okay, I think we may do that. Now, let me have a think. Obviously, Lisa or Kaylina are my first choices for Mechanators. I tend to spread all the perks out as best I can. Hang on, Mila, just go chit-chat to Tool here. See if they got anything good. What have you got? Pemmican, what a surprise, an herbal medicine, and a Pila. All right, why don't you buy a couple of our garbage things? There we go, 0.15 silver for that. I'll keep the short bow. You can take all of my garbage clothing. Thank you very much. It'll save us having to burn it. So anything else bad? No, everything else is pretty good. You know what? It's 22 silver. Actually, I've got a ton of ambrosia. I should save that until I've got somebody coming by that has something that I really want. I don't think they've got one herbal medicine. I've got 76. I don't need to do any of that. I'm just going to take a little bit of silver and have you walk away. So I tend to spread my sort of larger perks out when I play RimWorld. So, you've got royalty stuff. Mila is our royal. You've got the ideology stuff. Whitehead is our priest. I want to have somebody else be the Mechanator. If I bundle everything into one person and they die, that throws everything into chaos for a while. But in the, if I spread the love around as we do, then if one person dies, I just got to figure out one thing rather than three things. So is it Kaylina or is it Lisa? Lisa, you're going to have a lot to do around here. I'm kind of thinking Kaylina is going to be our Mechanator. Now, to start that process, we're going to have to blow up this ship. So, who's got guns? You have a bow. That's close enough. And Lisa, you've got a bow. That's close enough. Scathe has the revolver. That's probably the best weapon we've got. Kaylina, club, and Voltstron, knife. None of those are going to do anything. Okay, this is going to take basically darn close to forever to shoot this thing down with a bow and arrow. But team, line up like here, if you could. Okay, thank you so much. And then we're going to attack this thing. This is, we have such garbage weapons, this might actually take a while. Yeah, 98, 90. We're going to have to pick at this over a few days. I can't have them doing this for days and days. They'll just freak out because they'll nothing to eat, nowhere to sleep. Oh, wow. Yep, bow and arrows against a spaceship. Scathe, you're doing the most damage out of anyone. I'm going to have to pick at this very, very slowly. All right, tell you what. Once you guys get it down into like the 80s, and then I'll have you take a break. You can go do something else. Speed things up a little bit here. Danny, cleaning up around here. Hey, Danny, once you back off of that, okay, and go back into #1 mining, because anything we can, I know you're not very good at it, but anything we can do to make that better would be good. Guys, how are we doing down here? Oh, okay. You know what? You got it into the 70s. Take a break. All right, just go back and kind of R&R, get something to eat, whatever. Exotic goods trader. Oh, that's much more interesting. I'm glad I held on to that ambrosia. Exotic goods trader. I do like the exotic goods traders. Okay, so you work your way up here. We will be more than happy to chit-chat with you about the... we've done smithing passively. Cool, so I don't really need to go to the research screen. Great, we've learned something just by reading a book about it. You know, like actual research, like how research happens. You could read a book about something and then you kind of know how to do it. Well, hopefully anyway. You'd probably have to do some practical stuff. You would just like read a book about it. Like you can't read a book about, I don't know, flying an airplane. You actually have to go fly an airplane. I assume that's how airplanes work. Mila, can you go chit-chat to Val here? It might be Val Kilmer. We're not sure. But go chat to Val and see what they've got. Okay, you should have much more interesting stuff. Are you not into our ambrosia? I'd love it if you were into our ambrosia. Oh, you don't want to buy ambrosia? Are you sure? Because you have so much cool stuff. All right, let's look at the books first. Acts of Cataclysm. That's just recreation. Okay. Darcy's Perspective on Geology, Mining and Cooking Skill Up. And then Rust Journey is the one that we own. More importantly, I could buy something for Lisa. Because she is a body modder, she'd like to have a modification. We'll definitely sell you our 2 sculptures. The knee spike is the cheapest, but also the most useless for her. The coagulator, where she would heal faster, or at least stop bleeding faster, would be valuable for anyone. And a bionic arm, I mean, who doesn't want a bionic arm? I'd like 2 of them, in fact. Not necessarily in place of the arms I've got. I mean, like 2 extra arms would be great. If I had 4 arms, you know what I could get done in a day? It's 1,300 silver. Minus what I'm going to get here. I should also probably buy some components for them. Okay, not for the bionic arms, but just for things in general. There are components on the map that I could go mine. But if we're going to get into the Mechanitor stuff, I'm going to need more components sooner rather than later. I'm buying Lisa a bionic arm because I love her. Okay, that's how it's going down. Okay. And then how much for like all of your components? I can technically afford that. I'm going to do that. Okay, slam everything into pause mode there. I need to figure out... All right. Lisa, this is going to be complicated, but this is going to work. Wait, does Voltstron... you had an inspired surgery, didn't you? So you're going to be slightly better at surgery. What is your medical in general? It's a medical of 9. Okay. Lisa, this is going to be complex. This is not your bed anymore, but it's a medical bed. Lisa, you're going to love everything I'm about to do for you. So I'm going to give you a bionic arm for your right arm. Okay? And then I'm going to tell you to go to bed. All right, boy, I wish I had that glitter rolled medicine still kicking around. Now, Lisa, okay, you're in bed. Voltstron, you have an inspired surgery. And here's what we're going to do. Now, I accept any and all mistakes that I make in RimWorld. Regular viewers will know what I'm about to say. Newer viewers try to keep up. So I will accept any mistake that I make in RimWorld, and I will eat it. If I lose a colony, I lose a colony. But what I do not do is lose colonists to dice rolls. So... there's an RNG associated with any surgery, and I am not losing Lisa to a bad surgery. It's just a dice roll. I can't help that. So I don't lose colonists for dice rolls. The point of this is we are going to be dropping a safety save so that Lisa does not die. And with that being done, Voltstron, I love what you're doing, but could you work on Lisa, please? So we've got a medical bed. Not great, but it's a medical bed. And we've got an inspired surgery, which should go very well. And we've got a competent doctor. A skill of 9 is not nothing. That's a degree of competency in the medical field. I don't know if it's enough to put a bionic arm on, but hopefully it'll get the job done. And again, if this goes badly, I will absolutely roll back time. I do not lose colonists to dice rolls. However, it did not go badly. Lisa is fine. So you're anesthetized, sure, but you've got a bionic arm now. And that is going to really improve your mood. So yeah, there we go. Body modder, please. Not only a +4, but we've lost the negative on not having a body modification, basically. The only things you're real sad about now is you would love to not be led by the person you're led by, and people keep coming in and out of your room to smooth your walls and actually make it nicer around here. Sorry. Sorry, you're luxuriantly comfortable. This is why I do good bedrooms. Okay, this is why I do good bedrooms for my colonists, because they will put up with so much abuse if you just give them a nice bed and a nice bedroom. Luxuriantly comfortable is just a +10. That eats up both of her negative mood debuffs. And all I had to do is get a competently nice bed out of it. You know, an okay bed out of this. And what is your bed? It's good, right? A good bed. That's all I had to do. Chalaki, what's yours, by the way? It's a poor bed. That's not very good. I mean, it's in fact poor. That's the hint was in the title there. All right, I'll think about it, Chalaki. I'd rather you just had your own bedroom, period, before we started sweating like what else you were going to do in life. I guess we probably should start mining out this vein. It's just, it looks like it's going deeper and deeper. Please don't, no, well, it won't go into the Ancient Evil. That can't happen. There will be a wall there at some point. In fact, it wouldn't be a bad idea if I kind of sketched out where the Ancient Evil is, so, you know, I know where it is at all times, largely. Sebash, how's life treating you these days? Slept on the ground? Yep, you sure did. You sure did. That's definitely a thing that happened to you. Wait, night owl in the daytime? Really? Are you a night owl? Did I not put you on night owl schedule? You're on night owl schedule, dude. Go to bed. Don't whine at me about problems that you can fix yourself. Whitehead, did we ever work on that hat for you? Head wrap, no, we have not yet. We're kind of focused on pants, which is understandable. You're going to want pants before you want a hat. Just my opinion, for what it's worth. And I've got a lot of urns kicking around. We just really did clear out the urns from the neighborhood, didn't we? I'll probably, you know what, let's pop one down in Chalaki's room. Might be slightly nicer for him. I mean, it's a very, very small beauty modifier, but it is a beauty modifier. It is slightly better than it used to be. Now, team, shooty team. Let's get back on task here. So, Whitehead and Lisa, and who else was it? Scathe. Yep, all you guys come back down here. We're going to keep picking at the Mechanitor here. Try and blow up the ship eventually. I know you hate life right now, but this will all be for the benefit. So when Kaylina knows how robots work. So attack that thing, please. And what are we at now? Okay, 67. Whitehead can do more converting. Good. I'm going to target what Lisa with that. It's not going down very much, but it will go down eventually. And it's better to keep picking at it so she doesn't start believing in it again. All right, 51. I'm going to leave you guys there for a sec. Just try and do the best you can with it. How is the paralyzed caribou? Has somebody been feeding you? Yes, they have. Excellent. Good. Quite recently, in fact. So somebody is taking care of the paralyzed caribou. I'm feeling pretty good about food for the winter. We may as well just get some more meat. There's not much left on the map because it is the middle of winter, but we'll give it a shot. How are you guys doing down here? Oh, 23. Wow, you guys are doing great. So this thing actually should be exploding fairly soon. So, yep, okay, about to explode. Everybody move away. Just move away. No, Scathe, don't bother with the last shot, man. Just move away. There you go. And we're going to go kaboom momentarily. Any moment now. Boom. Okay. Cool. So you guys are off duty. And then I'm also going to temporarily put that in the home zone. So we put out the fires. And if everyone could just go work on the fires, draft them, and then undraft them, because firefighting is their #1 priority. So that stops them, drafting them stops them from doing whatever it is they were doing. And then when you undraft them, they'll refocus on their #1 priority, which is, of course, firefighting. Except for, I think, Danny. Danny might not firefight, but that's fine. I got plenty of people down here. No, Danny's in. Danny's in. It was one of them. One of them doesn't fight fires, and that's okay. I've got plenty of firefighters coming in. Let's go ahead and speed that along a little bit. Again, just to clear out the fire. First of all, so it doesn't spread. And then secondly, so it doesn't spread. Those are really my two takeaways from that. Your 2 bullet points, if you will, is that the fire does not spread, and also the fire does not spread. Whitehead's decided to insult everyone. What was the problem, Whitehead? sanguinary and apparel. I am working on a hat for you. Okay, I am working on a hat. Lisa will get to it when she can. How about we make it top priority? Okay, just shut down the colony for a hat for Whitehead. Just shut everything down. Everyone, everything. No, hang on. We're missing one tiny bit of fire here. Cholosky, could you just get that last tiny bit there, please, before it spreads? And they... Oh, hang on. There's a little bit more. No, get that one. Okay, there we go. So let's take that out of the home area while we shut down the entire colony so Whitehead can have a hat. Yeah, Mila's fleeing fire. She's a vampire. She's wicked afraid of that. Now, more importantly, we've got the mechanoid transponder. Okay, can be decrypted. Is anyone actually at the research desk right now? No, but Kaylina will probably be over there shortly. You're digging at marble. Really? Why? That seems like a silly thing to do. Go decrypt this. No, don't haul it. Just decrypt it. Go to the research bench and decrypt that. And then you can be my Mechanitor. And then we'll have a robot. And then we have to frantically learn how mech tech works, otherwise we won't be able to recharge them. Okay, slow it down there. Slow it down. The Overseer Shuttle. Alright, so that's the quest associated with this. We've decrypted the Ancient Responder. So we're going to summon a ship, and it's going to crash. And it's got hostile mechanoids. One Tesseron. I don't actually remember what those things do, but I am going to do that. Alright, just for doing it. The Mechanitor's here. Didn't waste any time there, did you? So what is a Tesseron again? It is one of you. Okay, and a dead guy. A beam gracer. Not a grazer, a gracer. Huh? I was going to say how tough are you? You're going to be pretty tough. I would like to have Whitehead a little bit in better shape for this. Oh, by the way, Lisa, this can be your bed again. So this is Lisa's bed, because Lisa has a bionic arm now. Wait, the caribou's up. The caribou is up. I thought you were paralyzed. Can I put you in... How do you work? You're technically a pet. You're not in a pen. You're right, you're not. Okay, we're making... So I have to designate a pen that it stays in. I don't really want to get into building a pen. This animal's not going to be here forever. So we're going to temporarily make the kitchen the barnyard. Okay, it's just the kitchen is now the barnyard for reasons. I don't want the caribou leaving the kitchen. First of all, it's safe there. Mila, how did you get banged up? Oh, you're not. Okay, I just thought that you had a little bit of red under your name there. So I'd love for Whitehead to get a little more hip on not being freaking out at all times. What are your major problems apart from your hat? You've been insulted. You were the one doing the insulting. You started it. There's an eclipse. That's fine. I don't have solar power, so an eclipse means absolutely nothing to me. What else could I be doing with my time around here before I go face off against a death robot? We're cooking up a raccoon. That's nice. Get some raccoon meat going on. The mechanoid's coming in. Okay, team. And that I do mean everyone. Well, all of you guys anyway. Except Lisa, because I love... Well, Lisa, you're not on duty. I can't possibly lose Lisa. I'm almost willing to lose anyone else except Lisa. Crafting of 19. 19! Do you know how much crafting I need to get through some of the royalty nonsense? A lot. Okay, everybody go over here, and then we'll plan Mila's kind of special attack here. So Mila... Let him get into range. First of all, he's not even into range. All right, and then long jump over here. Boom. And then, I don't know if this is even going to work on you, but I'm going to do the piercing spine on you and see how that goes. Okay, that seemed to work. What else could I do? That's about it, really. I can do it again, but for right now, just go in and start taking this guy out. There we go. Piercing spine again. Seems to do a lot of damage. Okay, it's down. It's down. It's down. Okay, everybody stop panicking. Everybody be off duty for right now. All right. We'll store that, and then I don't have the means to chop it up yet, but we will at some point. So, Kaylina, you actually got a little bit banged up there. And by that, I mean you got kind of banged up, didn't you? Volstron, could you work on healing Kalina, please? Tend to Kalina, because I'd actually like her up and running as soon as possible, because she's going to be the Mechanitor. So if you want to just go ahead and get her all patched up, that'd be super. Ooh, this room's done. Great. Schedule that for removal. And then let's get... It's not going to be a great bedroom, but it'll be a bedroom. Let's get a bedroom in here. I should give this to Volstron. And Volstron's actually a member of the colony. But that's the thing. Volstron's a member of the colony. He'll put up with a lot more abuse than the refugees will. Chalaki, what's your big deal now? It's the drug dependency, isn't it? Yeah. It's because you're withdrawing from drugs. That will make a person miserable. That, no lie there. That will make a person miserable. How about we also queue up some more stone blocks? Just for right now, just do it forever. No, don't do it forever. No, because I don't want you doing it forever. That's kind of my thought process there. Go ahead and get 25 of those going. Tons of blocks coming in. This is fantastic. And then when everyone's a little bit back up and running, we'll actually get something going along here in terms of the Mechanitor. Floors are in. That's looking good. The caribou lives in here now. The caribou is in the kitchen, dining room, whatever. And no, don't go outside. The pen is here. The pen lives right here. Yes, Sebash, we're going to have a caribou in the kitchen. I thought it was paralyzed. I thought it wasn't going to go anywhere. But here we are. We've got a caribou. It's very, very exciting about things. Whitehead, how are you doing these days? Cutting stone blocks. Could you just focus on that pen, please? Just get that knocked out. It should take you like 2 seconds there. There you go. Good. Okay, so this is now the pen. All right, this is your barracks, I guess, if you're a caribou. Who am I looking for? Kalina, are you all patched up? Yeah, you know what? You're fine. You're absolutely fine. Where did that ship go? So first of all, deconstruct the ship. There's going to be all sorts of good things there. And allow this. And then, what exactly is it I do with you again? I haven't done this in a little while. Extract the mech link. That's what I'm looking for. All right, go extract the mech link from him. And then we can have a Mechanitor, really. So we'll have little robots. And then maybe later we'll have big robots. And then maybe after that we'll have big robots with death lasers and stuff. That's all exciting. Sorry, I know I'm getting you out of your sick bed here, Kalina. Oh, sorry, I also have you in pause mode. Whoops, sorry, Kalina. That's why you're not going anywhere, because I told you not to go anywhere, ever, at all times. I've stopped time. I'm basically a god of time, Kalina. You've got the mech link. Okay, so hang on. Throw that down, and then come over here. What I want you to do is actually install that immediately. So install that, and now you're a Mechanitor. Yay! Kalina's in charge of robots. Okay, pods are here. We've got a Constructoid. It is entirely random, as far as I know, as to what first bot you're going to get. We got a Constructoid. That's cool, because the Constructoid will start working on smoothing walls. Very, very slowly, but smoothing walls. So we've done that, we've done that, and we've done that. I'm going to flip the research over to Mech Tech. So research, basic Mech Tech, start that instead. It should go fairly quickly. Scathe, what is your intellectual these days? Yeah, 8 with a passion. Not bad. Yeah, you'll go through that fairly quickly, and then I can at least get the chargers up. Because at this point, we can't charge the robots. It's only got the charge that it's kind of like a phone. It shows up charged, but then eventually you got to put it on a charger. And could we also just get a little bit of wood floor right in there? Because it just kind of bugs me that we didn't. Okay, so this is up. I don't know, Subash, this can be your bed. There we go. That's for Subash. And we'll get another one in here for the other refugee. And eventually Voltron will get his own bed. Eventually Voltron will. Not right at this exact second. I could plan one out, though. I could plan another bedroom out over here. Again, use the free labor. I've got it. We may as well use it. So we'll give this a fairly decent-sized bedroom like that. Subash living in a cave, probably kind of hating life right now, but you're not sleeping on the floor. That's one less thing for you to worry about, kid. You are not sleeping on a floor. And we've got the Constructo bot. Let's start using it. So start smoothing some walls out around here. And that, and that. Also, are those not smooth? Those do not look very smooth. Nope, they are not smooth at all. How about this one? That is. Okay, that's fine. Constructo bot coming in. Okay, with basic mech tech under control, when we get that, yeah, Scathe is already halfway through this nonsense. is going to go fine. I can start to work on the concept of eventually making my own robots. However, maybe, Dave, maybe you actually work on the hospital first. You've been saying that for ages. And this is actually a really good spot for it right here. So let me just kind of even this out a little bit here. Let's do that and that. And then this space will be pretty... I generally put hospital and drug lab in the same place for obvious reasons. And I wouldn't mind having an area over here where I could just do a small refrigerator to store the raw drug materials like the psychoid leaves and smoke leaf leaves and all those things. We'll have a think about that. Let's not overtax literally everyone around here. So give me... I've got a lot of marble. Let's do a marble wall just here, just to define the area, and then mine out that bit. And then this can be, obviously, a hospital area. So marble wall, is that big enough? It will be. It will be when I'm done with it. So do a marble wall like that and like that. And this can begin to define what will be a hospital. Obviously, because they don't have enough to do, let's make sure they're smoothing walls. I love smoothing walls. I really do. I should, you know, again, if I wanted to min-max life, which I don't, I would just blow this area out one tile bigger and just lay some walls in. It's far, far faster for them to put up a wall than smooth an existing one. Also, let's get rid of all of that. And then we're actually... This bedroom's pretty much carved out. Excellent. Again, it won't be a spectacular bedroom, but it will be a bedroom for Danny. I wouldn't mind getting Danny on board. And while we're here, actually, somebody's going to completely break down. Slam it into pause mode, please. While we're here, I was going to say we should have power here. We do have power here. Put lamps in there. And how about maybe marble? I'm going to make this Danny's room. It won't be great, but if we could get Danny on board, I'm not opposed to that. Having a 15-year-old who will learn skills over the long term is not a bad idea. Get all of that smoothed out and get that out of there, and then put in... I don't really have space for a good bed. Wow, we're out of wood already. I have used a lot of wood. You're not wrong about that game. Anything fairly local? Not really. We have really deforested the area. I'm just very cruel to nature. Go ahead and chop all of that down. No, chop all of that down. Just destroy everything. What's this stuff made out of up here? That's slate. Could get a bunch of marble out of that. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Steel table. Some steel walls. Okay. I've got a pretty good map for steel. I'm not really worried about accumulating steel. But if I happen to run out, I could just go and get some up there. Hospital slowly starting to come together. If I'm going to put a hospital together, that means I'm going to need a lot of beds. So maybe even some more trees get chopped down. Can I, by the way, can I deconstruct that? No, I have to attack it to destroy it, which means it'll probably only give me steel slag that I don't really need or want right now. Just destroy all nature. Nature is for suckers. All right, this is coming together. Oh, this is almost done. Let's go ahead and get that bed in that we were so hip to. Now, again, you haven't actually chopped down any wood, so the game's not going to let you do a wooden bedroom, or a wooden bed, rather, until you actually do that. How about, Dave, just for funsies, how about you actually just chill for a sec and let people kind of do their jam? Okay, you've got a lot going on here. I'm going to set Danny back onto #1 cleaning. What? Oh, whatever it is, it's blue. I'll look at it in a sec. I'm going to set Danny back onto #1 cleaning because the kitchen is a pit. Largely because a caribou lives in it. If a caribou lived in my kitchen, basically that would be the whole kitchen. We don't have a very big kitchen. Caribou is a very large animal, as I understand. But yeah, if I had a caribou in my kitchen, it would probably be disgusting. Reed and the psychic suppression, you say. Talk to me, Chief. What do you got? A 12-year-old named Reed is calling for help. He's hiding from a hostile machine persona. So he wants to come and join us. And in exchange for that, there'll be a psychic suppression for 4.1 days, reducing the consciousness of all females. And there's no way for me to gain any information about Reed until I accept him. Okay. I am broadly okay with that. It's a short time period, 4.1 days. And it's just loss of consciousness. It's not like they're going to hopefully freak out, he says optimistically. Obviously, I'm accepting this because I'm insane. So let's get even more people coming into the colony here. There are like pro RimWorld players. Hang on. Reed, I'll be with you in a sec. There are like pro RimWorld players who are looking at this little roster up here going, stop now. Don't have any more colonists. You have way too many colonists. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have filled the top of the screen. I had a game where I filled the top of the screen. In fact, it was so huge that the character icons started shrinking to make space. Okay? I will take virtually anyone into my colonies. Almost anyone. Unless they are so blindingly terrible that I can't even accept them. So, psychic suppression. Again, all the females are going to be slightly less conscious. Okay? Reed, talk to me. What are you into these days? Again, you're 12. You're not into that much. So, like any child or teenager, you've got... all of your skills are quite low, but that's only because you're just starting to learn them. You can actually shoot. I'll send the 12-year-old to start hunting immediately. You can construct things. I'll probably put you on #1 mining just to boost that skill. Really, I have to figure out what do I want you to do, Reed. And then I'm just going to focus you in that until you gain skill in it. You're into neo-beastism. Not for long, if I can help it. You'd think a 12-year-old would be pretty gullible. It should be pretty easy to convince them to eat people. And you are steadfast, so your break threshold is lower. It's cool. You will not mentally break down as fast. And psychically deaf, which I actually love. So, sounds like a bad idea. No, it's a great idea. All of these psychic suppressions or psychic death waves or whatever, where everyone freaks out, Reed can't hear a thing. He's like, nope, I'm just over here being 12 years old, doing some mining. Yep, let's send the 12-year-old into the mines. Because good old child labor, that's what I say. So be #1 on all the things you got to be #1 on, kid. And why are you plus on hunting? Do you have a gene for that of some sort? Show me. You have some kind of gene for that? No. Oh, hang on. Is that against your religion? That is probably against your ideology. No recent conquests, not scarified. Dude, what is your gig? So, show me. Show me this. Okay, what's your thing? Yeah, animal personhood. Oh, you are going to be fussy. Because you are not going to want us killing animals. And boy, do we kill a lot of animals, kid. Like a lot, man. So you are going to get fussy every time we slaughter an animal or butcher it or cook out of it. Okay, that's a pain. We may have to focus on converting you because you may be psychically deaf, but you ain't going to be into our thing. Pain is a virtue. Good. So you're probably going to be in pain a lot. There's going to be a lot of battles coming up. And a raider. Yeah, we got to knock this off of you. Your ideology is a joke. To me, anyway. What we're into is cannibalism and blood drinking. And we're okay with the conquest part. We like executing people. We love that sort of thing. But read. Whitehead, can you even start on this kid right now? Yeah, you can. Where is he? Where'd the kid go? Reed's down here. Cool. Whitehead, just start chipping away at this kid. No. Start chipping away at this kid. I was going to prioritize either Scathe or anyone else, really, Lisa. But no. This has gotta go. Yeah, because we kill a lot of animals, dude. What I will do for you is I'm taking care of a caribou. Does that count? I'm being very kind to a caribou. He lives in my kitchen. Does that help you at all? You're going to be so sad. What I will do is start to put together at least some vegetarian meals. Vegetarian fine meal. How about we just make simple... we've done basic mech tech. Great. Hold that thought, kid. I'll be right with you. Go back to geothermal then. And then let's get... Kid, I'm going to be with you in a sec. Biotech, I need the mech recharger. There we go. That could live basically anywhere. Right there, we'll be fine. All right, so at least we can get these things charged up. Oh, this kid's going to be a pain. Sort of. Until we convert him, and then he's going to be fine. So what I was going to do for you, kid, is make some vegetarian meals for you. So how about we did... Get rid of the human bill. I'll put that on later when I think of it. So how about we did a simple meal, but no meat and no animal products. Just vegetarian. Okay? And then somebody try to make, I don't know, like 20 of them for the kid. How much can a 12-year-old possibly eat? Okay, we've already clicked past 20, so do 25. I should have actually a copious amount of vegetables to do that with. That should be fine. So, Reed, you're down here working on your thing here. I wasn't actually done fussing with you yet, because we were determining that you're, like, wicked into animals and, like, not eating them or killing them and stuff like that. Why don't you be actually #1 on mining for right now? And you can be 2 on construction. That's okay. Maybe do a little hauling if you got nothing else to do. And I'm going to need yet another bedroom. You see where this is going here. I'm going to need yet another bedroom. Can we do wood yet? Yeah, a wooden bed. Mad hairs. Okay, hang on. Hang on. It's all going a little nuts today. I got a 12-year-old who's wicked into animals and a mad rabbit. So structure that and door me there, please. Where are... Oh, wow, there's a lot of them. Oh, there's a lot of them. Pan out. Let me see red on the map here. One there, one somewhere. Yeah, one up there. Are you guys all on, by the way, fighting, if that happens? So, no, not this. What am I looking for? A sign? Yes. Okay, so if you encounter something, you're going to flee. No, I'd like you to attack it. It's a rabbit. Just punch it in its rabbit face until it's less rabbit than it used to be. Do I want to actually organize anything for this? Kind of. Possibly, no, this is not where I want it to be. Everyone for right now go into the runaway zone. All right, and then we'll kind of cope from there. Show me that zone again. Yeah, that's fine. We could extend that into the battery room, but that's not priority right now. Hang on, Lisa's already run into a problem. It's a rabbit. Again, we kind of expected that. So, team, just punch a rabbit, please. Just maybe punch a rabbit in its rabbity face. Watch out, Chalaki. There's one coming up right behind you. One coming up right behind you there. Yep, keep punching. There's another one coming up behind you again, Chalaki. Yeah, Lisa's got a bow. She's gonna help you out here. Maybe we get some more team members out here. Guys, can you... I know it's the middle of the day and you hate this sort of thing. Could you come out here? Because I feel Chalaki might die. Are you going to die, Chalaki? Yeah, in 13 hours. Yes, you will. You're in no immediate danger. That's good news. Attack this one, please. Okay, everybody... Okay, one rabbit is stunned. I'm stunned, too, that we're losing to rabbits. Like, we have rabbits in the backyard. I'm not threatened by them. Even if they went insane, I am not threatened by them. You guys can be off draft, and you guys can be off draft. Just stay in the runaway zone, please. They'll get healed up eventually. Kaylina seems to have run into a rabbit. Did you deal with it? Oh, you did. See, guys? Kaylina can take care of her own problems. All right, Kaylina encountered a rabbit and said, I'm just going to kill a rabbit. And Chalaki's here going, I don't know what to do with a rabbit. How can I possibly deal with this rabbit? Why rabbit? Somebody will be in to heal you. Hopefully, eventually, that should largely be Voltstron. And Voltstron has, nothing else to be doing apart from healing you. Lots of things just happen. So, Reed lacks a suitable weapon. Kid, I would... What? What? Oh, did somebody go nuts again? Yeah, Scathe has done her little psychic explosion again. Right. That's kind of the problem with Scathe, isn't it? You're great at things, and you are stunningly good looking. Stunningly beautiful. But then you sort of psychically explode and everything. And then you're back up again. Okay, where's Voltstron? Voltstron, could you work on Chalosky first, or Chalaki, rather? Yeah, tend to Chalaki. He's actually kind of in bad shape, really. And then I was going to take the kid off of hunting for right now, because you hate it. And I don't really need you doing it anyway. There's no real reason to do that. The thing is, kid, we're going to be killing a lot of animals. You are seriously going to have to get used to that, or jump on board with the whole vampire thing. Either way, I'm fine. Wow, a lot going on today. Reed's in. Lisa's amazing. Will never stop being amazing. How is your health? I want to make sure you're... Yeah, you've been totally taken care of. You're probably in some pain, but you'll learn to cope. And Kaylina, no immediate danger, but maybe Voltstron, could you get on that, please? Could you tend to Kaylina? Just make sure that doesn't get any worse. Thank you very much. The recharger, being ironically built by the construction bot, is almost up and running. So yeah, you should be fine now. Yeah, you'll be okay. I don't think any of these are particularly serious injuries. They'll be up and running, although that does kind of decrease my workforce. Also, we can all go back into unrestricted for right now. And the mechs, I'm going to keep you guys in the home area. First of all, you're a construction bot. You don't need to go that far. Anything we're building, we should be building right here. But more importantly, you tend to get targeted by anything that goes nuts, like the bunnies. And you'll be out in the middle of nowhere, and then my mech gets wrecked, and I got to go repair it, which nobody likes that sort of thing. All right, Danny, don't really have anywhere for you to live right now. Whitehead, could you, instead of doing that, could you focus on the bed, please? That'll give somebody somewhere to sleep. We're almost vaguely kind of done with this one. I suppose I should just start mining out this entire vein. And we're also done over here. Well, I mean, done. We've enclosed it. It's about the best it's going to get right now. I know, major break risk. Everyone's going nuts. Chalaki, I got nothing for you, kid. I'm sorry you're withdrawing from drugs. I really can't help that right now. Unless I could get you hooked on ambrosia. That wouldn't solve the smoke leaf dependency, but it would probably take your mind off of it. I'll probably punch this corridor through to here, so we've got a back door into the hospital. But I'd like to get, first of all, some power. So let's do a power conduit down to there and across there, and then put the hidden one in the door, just for it looking a little bit nicer. Now, beds, let's just start to get some beds in here. This is really not a very good hospital. I can extend it. I could bring it out more that way. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and do that. So cancel this bit, and let's extend this out a little bit more. This is not really a big enough hospital. Not for me, anyway. I tend to put a lot of stuff in my hospital. I'm going to have shelves full of body parts. I'll tell you that right now. Shelves full of body parts. Sam, when are you out of here? 1.9 days. Okay, good. Because I could convert this prison into a temporary dormitory for anyone who doesn't have a bed, which seems to be growing and growing every day. I'd almost gotten it sorted out. I'd almost gotten the bed situation sorted out, and then people keep showing up. Voltstron joins us from prison. Reed drops by. And Reed, you've got your bed figured out already. See, Reed just kind of dominated the bedroom. Reed's like, that is my bed. I do not like killing animals, and that's my bed. What is my best next move, as we say around here? What is my best logical thing? Keep working on the geothermal, obviously. Where are we at with that? Whew, that's going to take a while. That is going to take a while, but it will solve my power problems, and I won't have to worry about power. Whitehead's working on blocks. Are we not getting your hat done? Lisa, my favorite person, can we not do this? We're missing fabric. All right, so I can't do that out of a leather. Hey, kid, I was saying we kill a lot of animals around here. What would drop fabric? Guinea pig is fur. Is that a fabric? Show me a guinea pig. Where does that drop? Guinea pig fur. Okay. What could... You know what? Just kill a bunch of guinea pigs. You're overthinking it, Dave. You're overthinking it. Just kill a bunch of guinea pigs and see if you can make a hat out of them. The kid's going to hate this. How much do you hate everything right now, kid? No recent conquest. Okay, Whitehead tried to convert you. Awful bedroom. Not scarf. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Innocent animal killed. Is that going to stack? Because I'm going to be killing a lot of animals. I mean, a -1, I can cope with a -1. I can do a -1. But if that's going to be a -1 for every single one of them, that's going to be a little bit fussy. Oh, you know what? While I've got those beds in the hospital, I can make that a temporary dormitory. That's not a bad idea. Just give somewhere for people to sleep and get them out of Kaylina's room. So Voltstron and Danny don't have anywhere to live. So this could be for Danny, and then the next one can be for Voltstron. It's not a very nice place. Did we get the power set up in there? We sure did. That's going to be kind of a pain because one of them is going to want dark light and one of them won't. Okay. And neither of you want dark light, so your rooms are fine as they are. Let me slam it into pause mode. I want to set up a couple of quick things here. I've got a zillion marble blocks. So I know I need tons of them to do that throne room, and that really should be my next focus, is getting a throne room up and running. But let's do marble floors in here and in here. And then let's put up a little bit of furniture, a wooden end table for the kid. I don't know, keep like baseball cards in it or something. I don't know what children do. And then a wooden dresser. We'll do one there and one there. That'll make those rooms a little bit nicer. And then also get some lights in the hospital area. So one there and one there. Then we'll dig out the hospital even more. There we go. So Voltstron, this can be finally your bedroom temporarily. I'm going to work on something better for you, kid. And then we can get all of these deconstructed. So Kaylina can have her nice room back that doesn't have anyone else living in it. Also, it's kind of bugging me that that corner is cut out because we took the steel out of there. So somebody please drop in a marble wall. Thank you. That's just going to make me nuts. Also, we could carve this out too. There's no real you know what? Leave it. Let's just have them focus a little bit. Have them focus a little bit on what they're doing, and maybe we can get some things done around here. Hopefully we'll be killing a lot of guinea pigs in the near future, and that will lead to a hat. Because this whole thing is just collapsing because of Whitehead's hat issue. And it really is. If I cure his hat issue, that's a -4. You're in serious pain. I can cope with that. There's an agony pulse, yes, and you're psychically suppressed. I get it, kid. I get it. Actually, why is that affecting you? Wait, unless that's the agony pulse. No, that's part of the agony pulse. Okay, because it's only the females that are affecting the thing that Reed came in with. All right, one more time. Slam it into pause mode, evaluate. Reed's on board. So let's move you up to the colonist area there. I should think about putting together some kind of classroom so Reed can learn things faster. I'd love to get Danny on board. You have issues. You're not going to sleep in the ground for long. That I can cope with. So that's one less thing. If I could kind of make you a little bit happier, I'd be okay if you joined us. I'm also okay if you leave. I've got a lot going on here right now, so I don't really have a lot of time to devote to you. And then I'll start getting some flooring in the hospital and start getting the hospital just slightly better put together. Everything else, again, taking advantage of the free labor, we've actually made a huge expansion to our base here. This is really starting to come together. And of course, we've got the Mechanitor now. So Kaylina, who apparently hates life, serious pain, blinding light. You'll be inside soon. Kaylina, this is all the work that we're doing here, Kaylina, is so we don't have to go outside ever again. I know it doesn't seem like that now, but that is what we are doing this for. Also, somebody mine that out. It bugs me that there's a little corner there. Guys, that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.
You know, an argument could have been made that spending an obscene amount of money on researching the theater just so I can get a sign that says Electric Boogaloo may not have been my smartest move. That is a strong argument, and that's an argument that you'd probably win, frankly. Wow, naked guy sticks his hand in a beehive. This can't end well. I don't know where I would see a leather carpet, but I'm going to imagine I had to pay an entry fee to see it.
I have a cylinder. I broke Dave.
Broke Dave.
Talk amongst yourselves, I'll be back. I just dropped my controller.
Oh my goodness.